Good morning. In this presentation we are going to see how we can trade in MCX Copper today. Before looking into that, let us see what happened yesterday and what we expected yesterday. Yesterday copper market opened around 411. This is the price opening. You can see the market opened here. And what we expected yesterday was that we expected copper to open just below the previous day's price closing. Since the market has taken a resistance around 413.2 and since the price has closed lower and also below the key zone of 412. As a viewer and as a follower and as our client, you may know that for this complete week we were targeting 412. Since we expect this 412 to play a very key role in deciding the trend. So that is a major reason, and also the convergence of the long term average is just happening within this 413 and 412. We expect this zone to play a very crucial role. And what happened after that is that yesterday is that the market just opened above 411 and it just spiked up and entered into the key zone of 412. So this is clearly not what we expected. We expected price to open just below, and then we expected the market will find some resistance initially around 412 and 413.2. But since the market entered into the key decision zone, we need to reverse our strategies. That means that is a major reason why we are explaining again and again the importance of 412. So this yesterday's market has provided us a good opportunity to explain something about the market and also about our presentation. Just many times we are saying that this presentation is not all about what we do and what we expect. It is all about what you can do in the market. So that was a plan B. Plan A what we had. We expected the price to open below and we continue its selling and then have some resistance. Then if the price is moving above 412, we expected the market and breaking this 413.2 and any closing above 413.2 can put the market into buying. But this is what happened is that beyond and against the expectation, entering into a key zone and which we expect to be a trend deciding zone. After the price opening and the price entered into the zone of 412, it indicates the market is in line with the trend average also. So let us see what happened after that. So after the price opening, you can very well notice that the market entered and break this resistance zone of 413.2. So which indicates that the market is taking some buying around 412. So that is a clear indication that the market is taking some buying around 412 and also it is staying above the long term average of 412.5. So what we can expect is that after breaking, you can notice that this zone of 413.2 is providing some resistance on the previous day. Now it should act as a support. What we need to do is that we need to closely monitor whether this 413.2 is providing a support and 412. If, for example, if the trend has reversed for buying, what are the possibilities that can happen if the market is going to move higher? There are a few cases. Because just you see that if the price want to move higher and if the trend is going to reverse for buying, few things would have happened. That is the 413.2, that is the previous day's resistance, should have supported the market for buying. Even if that fails, the market below 412 should support, which is a major support, should support the market for buying, and there will be a closing above 413.2 that can put the market into buying zone. So these are the possible cases if the market was in buying. Now we are going to see what happened after that. So after entering into the zone, you can very well notice that the market was consolidating and taking some support around 413.2. So as expected, the market should have taken some support around 413.2 if there is some real buying in the market. So now we are going to see what happened after that. After a long consolidation, you can notice that the market just trying to break this 413.2 and again it's trying to show some buying. So what we are following is that 7-minute candlestick chart, which means you can see how long this small tiny candlestick. It is a very long consolidation and struggle for copper market to decide what it is going to do with this 413.2. So now we are going to see what happened after that. The market has entered into after breaking this, it has created a high of around 413.6, 414.6. So now what should have happened? The possible outcomes for a buying case is that again the market should have come and tested this 413.2 again, or the market would have stayed higher and closed above this 413.2. That is the only case that can happen in a buying market. That is if there is any buying in copper. But what happened is that after testing this, the market again came down and tested this 413.2. You can very well note that the market again came down and tested this 413.2 and trying to move up again. So this is a possible case in a buying market. But what really happened is that the market failed to break this 414.5. A failure to break this 414.5, that is the previous high, and failure to sustain there again push the market down to 413.2. So it is going to test this again, and in order to gain some buying momentum, the market has come down again to 413.2 just to test whether there is any buying. If the price is not going to sustain above 413.2, then it is going to be a failure in sustaining above the key resistance zone. That will push the market down to 412. Now let us see. So there is a long struggle in copper market. So in order to so you can see that there is a failure in staying above 413.2 in the latest session. So that pushed the market below and within the key zone, which is going to be the 50-50 probability for both the buyers and sellers, because again the market has entered into the key zone. But if there is still any buying, the market should have taken some support around 412 and it should have tested this 413 and stayed above 413.2. But what happened is that, let us see. So after taking, market has taken some support around, you can very well notice that the market has taken some support around 412, which is again a major support, and you can see the level of consolidation that is happening within this zone in order to make a key decision. That is a major reason why we are saying that these are the key decision zones. The market will put us into lot of testing. In major zones, it is always that the market will test us a lot, because it can provide us a big profit if we can sustain that test. Let us see whether we have sustained that or not. So after taking a support around 412, again the market just pushed to 413 zone, which is the resistance zone, which should act as a resistance zone now. If there is any buying, the market would have break this and sustain that. But what happened? The market has found some resistance, and you may notice that again it pushed the market down, and this 412 was broken, and you can see the level of drop it had. So this is the type of price movement we can expect from a market when it is releasing its pressure. So this can happen when the market is releasing all its pressure. There was a lot of pressure in this zone to push the market again and above 413.2, but unfortunately it is a failure, and again breaking this 412 can push the market down, and it came down till 409. Let us see what happened after that. So the market sustained here, and there was some pullback in the market. Again it pushed the market to 411.5 to test this 412, and the market couldn't sustain above that. So again the market dropped down, and there was a consolidation in the end of the session, and copper market closed near 404.9. we can consider that 410, around 410 the market closed at. So this is the very clear example, and yesterday's market has provided, not only yesterday's market, for the past 3 days the market copper was consolidating and struggling to give a price volatility. The volatility is low. So what does that mean? It means that it is providing us an opportunity to learn, because there are two cases. So like always we say, there are two areas where we will struggle, and we should put a lot of effort into whatever we have learned in trading. That is when the market is consolidating, and the other case is that after a consolidation phase, the market will give you a very big price movement, like what happened on the few weeks before. very big movement like 10, 30, 20 points price movement. After a very great price movement, when the market is retracing, we should put a lot of effort so that to protect the profit. So this is the consolidation phase which we are facing. So what we need to do is that there is always some struggle, because like we always say that whenever the price is trying to reverse its trend, it is not going to be a single minute or single flash of, in a flash of time it will happen in copper. It can happen in gold. So when the price is reversing its trend, it can happen in gold. Within a flash of seconds, the market can show some terrible price movement. Only we have that too for a few 1 or 2 times. But in copper, you can notice that what are the things the market has provided yesterday. The price opening is against the expectation, so we need to put our strategies to second strategy. The strategy 1 was that it will open, and what we had in the yesterday's presentation. The strategy 2 is that to look for the various possibilities, so that what can happen if the price should move higher. So that is what we had for today's presentation. So this market, yesterday's market, has provided us a good opportunity to learn how to do in a consolidation market, how to trade in a consolidation market. So again, our struggle is not over yet. So the testing in copper market is not over yet, because the yesterday's price opening, you can compare the yesterday's price closing. It is around 410. When you compare with the price opening, it is just below the price opening. Yesterday's closing is below that, and if you compare the yesterday's low, that is around 409. When you compare that with the previous day low, it is more or less equal. And when you compare with the high created, is that market has created a new high, and yesterday's, and compare with the previous day, it has created a new high than the previous day's high, which indicates that the market went higher, struggled to stay higher, and came down lower and closed below this. And the price closing is also the yesterday's price closing comparing with the previous day's price closing. The yesterday's price closing is around 410, and the previous day's price closing is more or less near 410.6, so above 410. So the closing is also lower. So lower after going for a high, the market has come down and tested few things, which again indicates that the market can go in favor for selling. But whenever the market is going to stay above this 412, and whenever the price is going to enter this 412 and 13 zone, please put a lot of effort in applying various strategies and possible outcomes of what can happen, by just because in copper particularly, it is not going to be in a flash of second, the market cannot reverse its trend. It will come down, test all the supports before going and taking a decision. After clearing that support and resistance, after clearing the zone, you can expect the market to move freely. So today also we can expect according to the price opening, our expected price opening based upon the COMEX price can be just below. Today also we are expecting the price opening to be just below the previous day's price closing. And there is one question from one of our followers and client that since why this price opening is varying at times, because most of the times it is coming at par with the price opening. We are analyzing that, but only few times the market is going, the price opening is going to be against our expected price opening. The major reason is that we are posting this presentation well before more than 2-3 hours. We are presenting, we are just recording and editing, and then before the price opening of the forex this currency market, we are presenting these videos. So today's commodity market depends a lot on the rupee value also. So everybody is watching the rupee value, you may know that. So everybody is watching the rupee value. Rupee is going to play a key role in the price opening, but it is not, it can influence the price, but it cannot influence the technicals also, because whenever there is an opportunity, if you can follow the support and resistance, and if you can analyze the price flow and price actions, it is not going to be a major factor. So that creates some difference. That is a major reason why we always say that after our predicted price opening, after seeing our presentation, just go and watch where the market is going to open in the currency market. INR is going to open. So based upon the opening, kindly make some adjustment with the price opening. And as a client, there is no need for you to explain you more about these things. You are well trained by us. So the expected price opening for today is going to be just below the previous day's price closing, which indicates that the copper can still move higher. But again, a word of caution, we cannot take this 412 very easily. Any price actions within this 412 and above 413.2 should be taken with extreme care, so that if there is any closing above that, can seriously put the copper into the buying zone. So if it is entering into 412, it is going to be 50-50 possibilities for both the buyers and sellers. Staying below 412 is the sellers are going to have an upper hand. Staying above 413.5, 13.2, buyers will have some upper hand. All happens based upon analyzing the price flow that is going to happen during the trading session. So let us see what's going to happen today. And thanks a lot for watching our video and all your support. Take care. Happy trading. Bye.